Hey guys, as requested, I'm gonna be reviewing a video called Day in the Life of a Testmaxxer.
Yo, bro. Yo, bro. The people want a day in the life. Get up.
Day in the life. Whatever they say. See how I just jumped out of bed? Because I'm high test. That's what we do around here. So, the first thing you gotta do when you wake up in the morning is come out in the kitchen, grab the water, you grab the salt, you eat the salt.
Oh my god. Man, is this a joke? I can't tell.
Then you drink some water. It's that simple. Do that every single morning.
What the hell, man? Try eating a bit more of the salt. We'll see how you like it. I was almost expecting him to drink coffee, but this is even way worse.
Now, we already completed 2 parts of the morning routine. Now, we just gotta walk and get to work. That's literally all I do every single morning. But the thing is, I got a couple client calls, so I'm gonna take those, then get some sun in my eyes, and then...
I wonder where he got this idea from that you should eat salt, which just dehydrates you. It's super toxic for your body overall. I have no idea. I've never heard of this before. I've heard of people mixing water with salt, obviously, but not actually just eating salt and then drinking water. It's kind of the same thing. The reason you drink the water is because of how toxic it is. You cannot stand the taste, and that's why you quickly drink water.
Go for the 3-mile walk, so I'll catch you in the walk. Sun in the eyes, beautiful morning. No looking at the phones in the morning. First thing you need to do is drink the water, get sun in the eyes, and then go for a walk to lower the cortisol, which is exactly...
You shouldn't drink water in the morning. Ideally, not at all. You should drink coconut water, blood, raw milk, fruit juices.
what we're about to do. 3-mile walk. Ideally, your heart rate's 130, 125, whatever you can, stay between, because that's the fat burning zone. But we're gonna go for the fasted walk, come back, do some more client calls, eat some beef. But yeah, so we're gonna go on the walk right now, and then we'll come back here. So I don't know, probably not gonna record the walk because that shit's beat, but yeah, we'll be back here. An hour ago, we just crushed the 3-mile walk, just took 2 more clients.
I'm noticing some dark eye circles, nothing too bad, but still pretty noticeable. It's for sure the salt. Maybe he's generally exhausted. We'll see what he does in a day that may answer it.
Calls, so that's already 3 client calls within the first 2 hours of waking up. So got a couple more throughout the day. Brewing the black coffee right now, gonna have that with butter, and then we're just gonna...
Wait, he still drinks coffee anyway. What the hell? Oh my god. So it's even way worse.
Gonna do more work, build out a couple systems, and just take some calls throughout the day, and then we're probably gonna eat at 1, 2 p.m. It's nice outside, so I'll try to record eating outside because I love to get vitamin D while eating. I think it's...
So he has no energy in the morning? He still doesn't eat, probably because of a religious belief that it somehow helps with his testosterone. Obviously it doesn't, it lowers it. And that's why he consumes the coffee, sea toxins, and the salt. He just overloads his body with toxins to produce adrenaline instead of eating real food in the morning.
hack to just increase your metabolism and increase your energy, as opposed to, eating a big meal and, kind of being sluggish after. I think when you eat outside and you're getting sun and you optimize what you're eating specifically, you should get energy from it as opposed to losing energy. So I'm gonna drink the black coffee, do some work, and then I'll show you.
But you don't get energy from coffee, that you do understand, right? It's purely stress. That's why people sometimes shake after they drink it. There's nothing else to it. It's very severe nerve damage. It's neurotoxins that you find in seeds. And that's what you're drinking, toxic seed water. That's it. There's nothing else to it. No secret.
You guys what I'm eating for lunch. Most of you, if you're not new here, you know what I'm eating, but yeah, we'll cut to that first meal. All right, so the first meal's going down.
He just farted? Bad diet, bad digestion, gas, bloating. Yeah, okay.
You already know, we got the ground beef. This is local, pasture-raised, grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef. The best of the best. Same with the eggs, pasture-raised, local, no corn and soy, eggs. And then
The eggs sound good, the ground meat also, but at the end of the day, muscle meat is what it is. It's just the muscles of the animal. It's alright. I also eat some muscle meat here and there, but you should base your diet on organs. And if you want high testosterone, then anyway, you should be eating liver, testicles, all the good stuff.
Some organic white rice. But before we eat all this, we're gonna help the digestion with a couple dates.
Organic rice or not, it still has arsenic.
So eat the dates before to break the fast, get the fiber in.
Yeah, he fasts, as in starves. It's clear that he has no energy in the morning, which is why he overloads his body with the toxins, yet he still goes against his own senses and eats later in the day. How can that be good for your hormones if your body is asking for food in the morning? It makes zero sense. You can't live counterintuitively but expect to have high testosterone. You will have lower.
Good for you. Some gosh, yeah.
Fat ass.
Dates, kiwis, oranges. Those are the only fruits you really need to be eating.
Kiwis have oxalates. Oranges are alright. It's a hybrid fruit. It doesn't really exist like that in nature. Dates are insanely disgusting. I have never liked them.
All your micronutrients, boron.
At least these dried ones. It's one of the most disgusting things on earth. Maybe the raw ones are fine, I wouldn't know. I've tried them once, but I think that they were unripe.
Vitamin C, magnesium. And yeah, about to cook this meal. Gonna eat outside to boost the test even more, boost some metabolism.
But you only lowered your testosterone so far. How are you gonna do that? That's why you have dark eye circles. You're exhausted. You're biochemically sick.
And walk around with a pole. We're eating outside now. That shit off me.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, in the sun. Sure, yeah, the sun helps totally with testosterone. Ideally, of course, if you're nude, everybody should be getting sunlight on their genitals.
Some tests, some vitamin D. We got the ground beef, rice, and eggs in the Mountain Valley spring water. Test maxing, protein maxing, cholesterol maxing.
Makes no sense, but wait, does he eat it raw? No, right? He cooks it or what? Probably.
Whatever you want to say. You already know. Getting the protein in.
It looks very gray, so let's just assume that he cooks it, like most people. How are you then protein maxing when you destroy over 50% of the protein when cooking the food? This guy doesn't make any sense.
About to get a haircut in 10 minutes, so I'm going to take you along with that.
Also doesn't make any sense. There's nothing to do with testosterone, but the longer your hair is, the more of a man you are. Why would you cut it? That's for slaves.
See the new lineup, the low taper fade. But yeah, when I eat this meal and go to the barbershop, pretty much it. Real quick, real simple, and yeah, I'll catch you after I get this lineup.
Looks super bad. It's laughable. I don't know why men do that to themselves. It just looks horrible when the sides are gone.
Yeah, we rush that.
It's from the military. You just look like military slaves, slaves of the government. Just loser slaves.
Ate the beef in under 20 minutes. Got the haircut. Now we're gonna go back, drink a little cup of coffee, some raw honey, some sea salt, and then rip the gym. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The gym workout, we're hitting we're hitting back and triceps today. So maybe I'll record a little bit of that. But aside from that, that's what I'm gonna eat. I'll show you guys the pre-workout stack specifically, but yeah, we're gonna go back home and rip that. Okay, so we got the pre-workout stack. We got a lot going on here, but this is what I always do, pre-workout. So got the black coffee. I'm gonna start sipping that soon.
Again, coffee. What the hell, man? This makes no sense for your testosterone. Overloading yourself with toxins.
And then we'll start off, usually, let me just taste it.
It tastes disgusting. Everybody knows that. That's why people add sugar and milk to it. If you don't, you just try to ignore how horrible it tastes.
Organic black coffee, you already know.
You could see the face expression, just an expression of disgust.
Then we got the pure raw honey. This is from Whole Foods. This is good stuff. So I'll just like take a tablespoon of this, just like that, boom, tablespoon. And then I'll get some salt. I'll just do the salt now.
Why does he do that? Somebody tell me in the comments what's the point of it. There must be some explanation.
And then I'll do water.
Yeah, you do water because if you eat too much salt, you die. That's it, because it's deadly. So that's why everybody always gets very thirsty after they eat any kind of salty foods. They quickly try to get it out of the body.
So I stack all three of these, or all four of these, and that is what will give you the best pump in the gym. No pre-workout, no L-citrulline, no L-arginine. I used to do all that stuff. This is what gives you the best pump in the gym. And then the meal that I ate.
What he means by pump is really that you're adrenalized. You're very alert because you have toxins floating around in your body, destroying your nerves. And that's what pushes you or pumps you up for the workout.
Of course, 2-3 hours before this. That stack is what's going to give you the best pump, not some bullshit chemicals that aren't going to help you. So do this every time you go to the gym, and I guarantee you, you're going to have the best.
So seed water and crystallized rocks are not bullshit chemicals. Oh, thank you, Mr. Testmaxxer. You know what you're talking about.
Best workout of your life. So we're about to rip all this.
There is no such thing as a best workout because workouts feel horrible. Nobody wants to do them. How can you have a good workout if you hate working out? There's no human being on earth who likes doing it.
And then we're gonna hit some back and triceps. So yeah, it's pretty much it. So I'll catch you in the car on the way to the gym. Oh, about to go work out now. Best part of the day, working out, you already know. Can't really ask for much more.
Best part of the day, literally not looking forward to it.
You know, get some work done, make some money, transform people's lives, and go to the gym. What more can
You do transform people's lives. You make men infertile, lower their testosterone. It's funny because it's a test maxing video, but working out lowers your testosterone more than anything else. You use it all up.
So definitely incorporate sprinting, and then weightlifting, you know, minimum 4 times a week.
Weightlifting 4 times a week to have super low testosterone. That's why you sleep all the time. That's why he has dark eye circles. You cannot be in bed. You know all the problems that you have when you go to the gym. You probably don't even remember how you used to be before the gym. But if you would stop, you would right away notice that you sleep a lot less. You have way higher libido and so on. All of the signs of high testosterone will come back higher anyway, depending on your diet. But you will always notice a difference because when you work out, you lower it significantly. And then he also sprints. That's not so stressful, depends on how much he does it. But working out is bad because you usually do it for 30-60 minutes, some people even longer.
Damn, this sun's bright as hell. Minimum 4 times a week. You got to be in the gym weightlifting. If you want 1,000 plus testosterone, if you're not in the gym lifting.
How does that work? Give any reasoning or any argument. Every study ever done about it shows that when you work out, you lower your testosterone. So what is this absolutely religious belief based on? Just nothing. Just bullshit. People who don't know will fall for it. They will go to the gym and lower their testosterone.
Weights, you're never going to have high testosterone. A lot of people think,
Oh, of course, because the men in Mongolia who have the highest testosterone on earth, who never worked out in their life, basically there are no gyms in Mongolia. There are, but only in the capital city and nobody even goes to them. They have high testosterone because they work out, which they never did in their lifetime. Yeah, is that how it works? Oh my god, man, just totally delusional guy. Gyms have been around for like 20 years. I know that they have been around for longer, but what I mean is that people have been going to the gyms for 20 years now. Before that, nobody went. Men had higher testosterone than they do now. Why is the testosterone so low now? Besides, of course, the bad diets. And the diets were also bad before that. It's because of working out. You didn't know that? The number one reason why men have low testosterone today is because of the gyms. It's the number one reason. And he says go to the gym to have high testosterone. The opposite of what you should be doing.
You can just have high testosterone, eating good, sleeping a lot, following traditional, lifestyle habits that our ancestors would do. But the truth is, if you don't have muscle, your testosterone is not going to go up.
What? Argument, proof, evidence, anything. What kind of stupid shit is this?
Testosterone.
By the way, everybody has muscles. You die without muscles. What he means is bigger muscles. But again, everybody who has a lot of muscles, big muscles, has low testosterone. They sleep 14 hours a day.
Is correlated with muscle mass. Everyone knows that.
What? How does everybody know that? How do you know it? You believe it anyway. Religiously in this case.
There's science behind that. So you got to make sure you're putting on muscle.
Science. Okay, where is the science? There's science behind that. He just says it. Just lies to his viewers.
And optimizing your diet and your lifestyle as well. Getting 1,000 plus testosterone is not hard. I have multiple, over 5, I think almost 10 clients who started below 500 testosterone and now they're above 1,000.
Testosterone, it also depends on what he means. Free testosterone or what? There's different ways to measure it, and they sometimes measure this or that. And then it also depends on what time of the day it is, because it fluctuates so much. For example, you could have 500, and then you test in a month, and you have 700. But then if you would have checked at a different time of the day, you would have 500 again, or sometimes a bit more or lower. You would have to consistently test it all the time and see exactly what you're doing. If testosterone would be released in your blood after a workout, for example, then somebody who's ignorant about the topic would get tested and believe that, oh, working out makes my testosterone go up. Yeah, because you just damaged your body. It's an antioxidant. You need it to repair the damage from the working out. It's extremely stressful. Stress lowers testosterone. Exercise is considered to be extreme stress, meaning that it extremely lowers your testosterone. It's the stress and you actually needing it to repair the damage, and also for muscle protein synthesis and so on. You can only lower testosterone by working out. It would be impossible to ever get it higher. It's just so dumb what he's saying. So misleading. Such misinformation.
Your testosterone naturally should be 1,000. Because, 20 years, or not even 50 years ago, your grandparents, your grandpa, he had 1,000 plus testosterone.
He who never worked out in his whole life. Yeah, go on, debunk yourself more.
Smoking cigarettes and eating bacon and eggs and stuff like that every morning. People are saying that's unhealthy. That's how you should be eating.
Bacon and eggs are good compared to what most people eat today. Of course, the bacon is usually salted. Is that why he believes that it's good for you? I'm still really curious as to where he got that idea from.
Bacon and eggs is better than fucking waking up in the morning eating some cereal.
Yeah, but you eat toxic salt and toxic seed water in the morning. You eat worse than most people. You don't even really eat anything. You just toxify your body. Like, why are you giving advice about what somebody should eat in the morning?
Get some pasteurized orange juice, a bagel and shit like that. People think that shit's unhealthy, bro. That's the healthiest thing you could possibly eat. It doesn't make sense to me why people hate on that, and the government and the FDA, stuff like that, they abide by things like that. Like, bro.
Come on, man. Really? You don't know why? It's super clear why they do it.
Aside from that, just eat Ancestral. Follow Ancestral.
Then you should eat raw meat, raw organs, drink blood. What does seed, water, and salt have to do with what our ancestors ate?
Lifestyle habits.
Yeah, a lifestyle that would be you never going to the gym. That would be an ancestral lifestyle. He just debunks himself without realizing it.
Good sleep, train every single day.
Train every single day. Where do you see somebody in nature who trains? They hunt, which is usually about you lurking, thinking, laying traps. Or if you do actually do any physical work, then you would wait with a spear or whatever kind of weapon, a bow, and then you sprint to the animal and you throw, and then it's done. There's really no working out, training, anything involved in that. Look at the physiques of natural men who have way higher testosterone than you. They never work out, they don't stress their muscles. They have a normal, natural, good amount of muscles already because of their higher testosterone, but nobody looks even close to like somebody who goes to the gym today. Yet they still all have way higher testosterone. Come on, he just debunks himself left and right.
Ooh, post-workout.
You can already tell that he's exhausted, low testosterone, stressed.
Sweaty, done, high intensity, low volume, explosiveness.
Meaning extreme stress, proven to lower testosterone.
Boom. That's the workout.
Boom, testosterone gone.
It's freaking win. It's gonna ruin the sear.
If you would have eaten that raw, if it's good quality meat, probably, then you would have higher testosterone, seeing as you need cholesterol to create testosterone. It's a precursor. You mostly create cholesterol yourself, but you also need to get part of it from the food that you eat. And of course, also to create cholesterol, it just doesn't come out of thin air magically. You also need to be nourished.
So I don't tie my steaks at all. I always go by the look. So once it starts to form gray around the edges and towards the middle a little bit, then I flip it. But of course, it depends on the thickness. I've just cooked steaks for so many times that it's so easy to tell when it's good to flip and stuff.
Oh, the fat looks pretty nice, kind of yellowish. You could probably eat that raw. Yeah, if you want high testosterone, eat like your ancestors did, like he said. Except that he doesn't seem to understand what his ancestors ate. Yeah, now you have way less nutrients, fat, protein, vitamins, minerals, and you have carcinogens. What's better about it? Literally nothing. It only got worse.
Gains, pure genes. 1 pound, porterhouse, 3 eggs, sunny side up, Mountain Valley water, and get some sea salt on the eggs. Microplastic sea salt because I need to get some new sea salt.
And toxic heavy metals also. And the salt itself will kill your cells and slowly damage your organs. Good job, man.
I ran out of the old one. But yeah, that's the meal. We're gonna chow this down and then have a client call very late at night, 8:30.
So what does he teach his clients? Eat food which doesn't have over 50% of the nutrients left. Eat toxic salt, work out to lower your testosterone, and go out into the sun. That was the only good thing.
1.5, 2 mile walk to end the night. And then we're gonna eat one more meal because I didn't hit my protein. This puts me at around 150 grams today, maybe a little bit more, but probably 160.
Most people look at the protein in raw meat. That's what you will find on most websites, not realizing that they get 50% less when they cook the food.
But I need to get like 40 more grams of protein, so you'll see in that last meal, but we're gonna chow this down. So, about to go for the walk and then finish up with one more meal of the day. So, I'll catch you when we're back in the kitchen. All right, so we're back in the walk.
With the stupid glasses. Just a blind sheep. Just follows any trend. Has no idea what he's talking about.
Walk. I ate 5 eggs and I forgot to record it because I'm dumb as rocks. But it is 11 p.m. at night. We just hit 220 grams of protein and very low calories, very low carbs. Definitely didn't break 100 carbs. I didn't track today. But
So in reality, 110 basically, something like that.
everything's pretty low because we're on a cut and just doing some more work. And then we're about to hit the hay. Pretty much that's the full day in the life. You know, here, just grind.
To be fair, I don't think that he cooked his steak that much. He probably got more. Still, a lot less than what he thinks.
Doing client work and just trying to get 1% better every day. So that's what it comes down to. Just, 14, 15-hour days of just working and trying to get better.
So just a lot of stress all the time, which lowers testosterone. Cool.
So hope you guys like this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
This was a pretty disappointing video. I was expecting something that makes some sense at least. The sun did technically, but he only goes out in the sun in the morning and the afternoon, as far as I understood. You should be getting the proper sun when it's really strong, and the sun indirectly will help you with testosterone because it will make you biochemically, hormonally healthier, of course. You also need to eat a high-fat diet, a lot of organs, drink blood ideally if you can get it. Stressing your body all day long, eating cooked food. The food wasn't that cooked still. Ideally you eat raw animal products. Is not the way to go if you want high testosterone. You really need to live like your ancestors. He even said it himself. Then look up how your ancestors lived. Even 100 years ago, people ate tons of raw animal foods. Everybody consumed raw dairy, not recommending dairy necessarily, but it's better than eating cooked food. And of course also raw eggs, raw liver. Pregnant women were recommended by doctors 100 years ago to eat raw liver. Imagine that today. They don't even recommend eating cooked liver. That's how twisted everything is right now. And of course, for a man also. And actually, in the liver itself, you can find types of testosterone, especially when it comes from wild animals. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like a slave trying to figure out what will raise your testosterone. Obviously, you can see that your ancestors had higher testosterone. You just need to look at some videos, photos, read about it. They had a completely different mentality because of their biochemical state. Everything that's being done to us today would have been unimaginable ages ago. But because people stress themselves and eat a grain-based, vegetable-based diet today, of course, the testosterone of men is super low. And that's why it's easy to push them around. As far as having control over a population, it's ideal. But this guy is not helping anybody. It's, of course, better the way he lives than the way most people live, besides the working out. The diet is better. Then again, you have the salt in the coffee. But it's also not going to raise your testosterone by much. You need to live a stress-free, pretty chill life. When you want to do something, then do it. That would be you wanting to hunt in nature. Nowadays, he will probably be doing something else, although it's still possible to hunt. It's not that hard to do it. In most countries, you can still find a way to do it. Reproduce, play with your children. As far as I could see, he only has a dog, obviously. Also not a sign of a high testosterone male, having a pet instead of children. Yeah, it's a joke of a video. This guy is a clown. Thanks for watching.